way, I do want to thank Wolva Lion. I see him in the chat.
Take it to the house, I'm about to touchdown. G's living lavish.
Come on, God. Come on, God. Yeah!
Belly's big, but they full. We do it big. I know you wish you could.
Welcome to Wolva Lion Sports Talk. I'm your host, Coach Mike Jones, formerly of Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Proud YouTube channel. Shout out to Kurt Steele, LL Cool Torrance, Valerie Bordeaux, and the rest of the Proud Nation. But this is for my Michigan Wolverines and my Detroit Lions. We are Team Wolva Lion. Okay, Wolva Lion Nation, we are trying to take over. Hey, do me a favor though. Comment on the videos. I would love to hear what you have to say. I'd love to chat it up. That's something we did on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And that's something that I like to carry over to this channel, is being interactive with the viewers. And, you know, if you ever have something that you think that I should tackle that I didn't tackle, then just drop a comment in the comment section and I will definitely address that. Or if you don't really like being on the spot like that, you can always email me, wolverlion@wolverlion.net, and I will get back to you in a timely manner, usually within 24 hours or so. But let's get into this, man. This is a topic that I tried to dance around. I really didn't want to address it, but as I put the poll up on Twitter, I seen the responses, and I'm like, I can't ignore it anymore. So, without further ado, it came out the end of last week that the Detroit Lions were the betting favorite to land Chase Young. And why are they the betting favorite? Is because the NFL decided that they're ready to invest in the Detroit Lions, so they're actually trying to push this a little bit. And that goes back to Detroit Lions versus Green Bay Packers, Week 18 being the most viewed game in Sunday night history. That's what this is all about. It's about money. So that's why this movement is kind of being pushed by the NFL. But people who really don't, who are not for the Chase Young situation, I understand. But I don't understand it from he won't produce, he's not a good guy. Like, that's not good enough. Because I guarantee you, if you line Chase Young up next to Aiden Hutchinson, they will both have double-digit sacks, guaranteed. Now, if you're a person who's like, he's been injured too much, then you know what? I'll take that. Like, I'll accept that as being a reason why he's not worth a second round or a third round pick. But the thing is now that players are sitting out longer. If you look at Lamar Jackson, the most notable free agent, and you look at what Saquon Barkley is saying, the NFL is basically trying to keep the money for themselves, and the players aren't really trying to take that, and they are willing to sit out and let themselves heal, or sit out and let these contract talks develop. So I don't believe that Chase Young is as hurt as he's been. I believe he's trying to just get himself healthy, and I just don't think the NFL is patient enough to wait for that. But if you're like, oh, but we got James Houston, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. You can never have enough pass rushers. Okay, that AFC is stacked. If the Lions actually make it to the Super Bowl, you want the Lions to actually compete with those teams, compete with the Kansas City Chiefs, compete with the Jacksonville Jaguars, compete with the Buffalo Bills, compete with the Cincinnati Bengals. You are gonna have to have pass rushers, much like the New York Giants did in that Super Bowl against the Patriots, when they had Michael Strahan, Osi Umenyiora, Justin Tuck, Jason Pierre-Paul. That's four future Pro Bowlers that they had on that team. So you can never have enough pass rushers. So people who say, oh, we got James Houston, oh, we got. Listen, we haven't won a playoff game since the 90s, since the early 90s. So we never have enough of nothing. Like, I hate that being an excuse for us not ever going after players is because, oh, we have this guy, we have that guy. We haven't won a playoff game in 30 years. So we don't have much of nothing. Okay? We have hopes and dreams, but we don't have this, that, and that, because we are still unproven. Even though the momentum is building, even though the team is in place, we're still improving. So to say that we don't want him because of we have enough, no, we don't. No, we don't. We didn't make the playoffs last year. We haven't won a playoff game in 30 years. So, no, we don't have enough. So, what better way than to stack those pass rushers? That's how you're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That's how you're going to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. That's how you're going to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's how you're going to beat the Buffalo Bills. That's how you're going to beat the Baltimore Ravens, is the pass rushers. The pass rushers. We're going to have to get after the quarterback. So, you know, I mean, I'm passionate about this because I believe that if we did get Chase Young, him and A. Hutchinson would get double-digit sacks. Then you add in James Houston, you know, then you add in the other guys that we have on the edge. And I believe our defense goes from bottom tier to top tier, like just like our offense. And I just don't see why the hesitation on improvement. But like I said, I put up a poll on Twitter at Wolverine, and it's kind of split down the middle. It's a little bit for Chase Young, but that's the only reason why I made this video, man. So drop a comment in the comment section, man. Let me know what you think. Would you go after Chase Young? Would you give up a second? Would you give up a third? What would be your compensation for getting Chase Young? Yeah, man, that's just a subject I had to tackle real quick, man. I just felt like it was necessary, man. Yeah, man, so drop a comment, let me know, man. But y'all know how I do. Hey, we're going from the big house to Ford Field. Go blue, one pride. I holla.
To the house, I'm about to touch down. G's living lavish, so our shit is plush style.